These are earplugs. Uh, I have to say that the letter from June 2018 was slightly destructive. On the 23rd of June 2018, I was around. I went to a station. I picked up food. I was still skinny. I was still looking for my passport at that period of time and for other means of exit, as I did not have any document. And it went on and on and on. Moreover, I kept on waiting the entire month of July 2018. I couldn't be able to go outside because it was the heat was a lot. And I kept on waiting for anything to be received by me. On August 1st, I went to the airport, and at that period of time, Sweden was at the United Nations Security Council. Austria was at the presidency of the European Council or something like that, or the European Union or something like that, for 6 months. Therefore, all of the necessities were there, and I submitted a climate change proposal, and I went to pick up my documents before the summer and after, and in the summer and after the summer. I remember the day of September 17, 2018, I worked with the Austrian embassy, and I kept on working there repeatedly. And I spoke with the individuals who were in front of the Austrian embassy, and apparently they were playing game, and they kept on playing game that they're not serious about their job. And I went there, I spoke with the staff, I told them I should obtain my documents. The police officer was outside. I was having a case registered at the local court. After the case at the local court was closed, I went to Bermuda's court, basically to track my documents. And a week later, I found it at the level of the prosecutor in Bermuda, and up until March 13th, 2019, my beliefs, both religious and societal, only allowed for me to talk and discuss and speak with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Then there was like a new Prime Minister, and after April 1st, there were like a new government, and in April 10th, there was a new president, and things were really, really, really smooth. And then I was in agreement with all of them, while the foreign minister was completely new to me, even though I have similar background with him. But before that, I could see that there was like intentional things being done. The old city where I was living, there were problems there, meaning that people were very, very, very like the theft in 2018 and up until 2019. It was a social. It was as in said last one of the country distinctive displays were like the amount of money theft, and I was subject to that, and we fought those people. We found the right individual. We found people that we could speak with, And apparently the international stage that these individuals are in didn't allow any improvement of the situation. I went there, sir. My documents in March 2019 were here. There is like that. There's like a specific person at that level that I spoke with repeatedly that had all of my documents, and I went there speaking with him repeatedly, and each time I go to that same place to speak with that person, and it repeatedly was the same situation. And it is flagrant. It is a flagrant crime against people who are very defensive, people who are immune, people who are, or country who is a superpower, and the regional powers, as well as political individuals. So to the people in Vienna, the situation is extremely tense. It was a strike of luck that I was able to send something from Tunis to Austria. It was a strike of luck that I went to Tunis, which is not a petroleum country, but a country of resources and of commerce and of things. And I went there, and the Swedish person was very open, and things were very, very clear. And I still have the stamps on my passport. I follow them, and apparently it was just up until like March 2019, when they were the old prime minister. Those individuals were hardcore believers. That's the word. Hardcore believers in the situation. The matter is that it was a difficult case. It was resolved, and I went to pick up my documents. I met repeatedly the prosecutor who spoke with me when there was like the European delegation. That's the first time I met him with the European delegation and with that court. And up until this day, I was not able to retrieve anything from them. And they told me to speak with the chief of the tribunal, and I told them that it's like احتيال للسرقة, meaning like people were using like a Ponzi scheme in order to commit theft. This is an A7 and this is an A4 paper, and it's like a very, very like unpleasant place basically. I thought that I will just go normally to a police station and just pick up my document because they have my name. They come like from a powerful institution. It involved geopolitical interest of this country and of countries around Africa. And I specifically said those bullet points in my letter addressed in Friday, May 10th, 2019, when Eva Longoria was there, and I was basically going to obtain my documents. Then I'm meeting this display, which is like this display, which is very, very unbelievable basically. And I've spoken with the neighbors, and I've spoken with a lot of people. this situation is abnormal, and I was like having like too much concentration on the economical piece that I wrote and on what I have achieved of the work that I have started. Specifically when I was basically trying like to maintain floods in a certain region, and that was back in January 2013. And when I had and when I spoke, and I had like strong nerves that keeps on remaining strong, and in that period of time, and I told privately individuals about that harsh period of time in my life, and lastly I went like inquiring what day are we like living, like what year, in which century, because all of this is very 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 abnormal basically. And I was basically trying like to just obtain my documents. I went there and I just slept, and I wake up in the morning. It was 8. It was 9:30. I prayed, and I walked to the police station, and they told me we weren't informed. It was like the police officers who looks like Kaliningrad, and a lot of weird instances were happening, and it was a complete astonishment to everyone that through chronological order, it seems that the crime was in the uh, time frame of my writing to the head of state of this country, uh, asking them for clarifications, like it was like a crime intercepted by the it was like a crime intercepted by the authorities, by the highest authorities, quite clearly. And I go there and I just expect like this is, and I met him on this day and I left to him this writing, and there's like postal issues, and no, it's like they're like a small group of incompetent individuals who just take pleasure of stealing from individuals who are competent, who provide to society and do all of that. And as the things were tense in 2014, uh, Mrs. Steinberger fan, this is how I work. I believe I have been successful. I'm writing this. It's 8 phases, and all of them is complexity. Like first order of complexity, second order of complexity, third order of complexity, fourth order of complexity, fifth order of complexity, sixth order of complexity, seventh order of complexity, eighth order of complexity. And then I had like the business plan, which came from Canada, and that business plan it had 7 bullets, and I added 2. But it had 8 bullets, and I added the ninth one. And it's either 8 plus 9 or more, and this is my resume that I listed repeatedly in summer 2019, in summer 2018, is clear and quite concise. I explained to few people what I was working during the first 9 months of 2017, and it was a flagrant theft of money, which is my own money basically. I don't know where the theft have happened, or like if the authorities outside have sent something directly to this location. And I just would like to inform individuals about the high stake that it has occurred related to something which is called electronic warfare. And I'm here with all of those connections, with all of those people trying to advance the work on climate change, multi-layer, multi-energy system based on environmental sustainability. It was an extremely hard climb, reaching the doorsteps of Blue Man's company to submit a climate change resolution, which is completely novel. When I had my writings on 8th of September 2017, that ID was a novel ID. Today I went outside. I bought one uh, packet of uh, one packet of pasta, a small bowl, liter, a small cup, a small. I bought milk. Uh, I bought something which is called like spicy meat with bread. I ate them on the way here. When I arrived, there was like coffee, and I mixed them, and I'm drinking the cup. And today I went to the Green Uniform Brigade. I went to speak with the police. I had my meeting with the postal inspection officer, and all of those problems have been real. They gave me a paper, and all of this, it's like people are like dying like to, yes, it's some kind of a mental disorder that these people have. And when I entered, it was 8th of September 2017. I wrote to every single individuals in this country. Every single person in this country is aware of the case, as well as people who are abroad. This is my work. It's a private work. It's work that comes from a respectful Austrian professor, and I maintain the value of his work and the value of his intellect, and I'm here today.